And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here? Is this is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
But you're more in the category like Luther Rickner, Arnold, okay?
My man.
Okay.
Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how do you do it? Teach me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are having a good evening. I know it's a little bit late right now. It's Friday. It's Friday. So anyway, if you know that song, I'm really, really sorry that I just woke you guys up with that song and reminded you of that and getting that stuck in your damn heads. But anyway, yeah, there's been a lot of things that have been going on recently, y'all. Like there's just been... As you already know, if you've been living under a rock, Minneapolis has been on fire. There's been a lot of protests. There's been a lot of things going on in regards to the because of the death of a man named George Floyd. A couple cops pulled him over, arrested him, kneeled on his neck, choking him, which resulted him to die, later on to die at the hospital. It has sparked quite a controversy, and there is some new stuff that's been going on, which has been, good news for many reasons. So we're going to jump right into it because, obviously the top news story is that the former police officer Derek Chauvin has been arrested and charged. And so, we're going to throw this video up and have you guys listen to it and all that and check this whole thing out. Because honestly, it's great news, but we're going to, kind of dive into it, talk about it, and see what you guys think about it. Because this is the time, this is the time that we talk. This is the time that this is the moment where we find time to heal. That's the most important thing. We have to start healing. The chaos that's going on up in Minneapolis right now is getting way out of hand. I've been seeing all kinds of footage where people are stealing cars, basically like federal vehicles, postal service cars, UPS cars. I mean, it's this absolute pandemic. Absolute chaos over there. It's crazy what's going on in Minneapolis. So I'm hoping that this arrest of former police officer, I like saying that, former police officer Derek Chauvin, slows things down or at least gets things down to a hum rather than a scream. Because right now it's been really, really crazy. So here's this really quick video. Check it out.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is in police custody, charged with murder and manslaughter.
Chauvin is the officer pictured with his knee on the neck of George Floyd for nearly 9 minutes. For nearly 3 minutes, prosecutors say Floyd was not responsive. BCA agents took Chauvin into custody just before noon in Minneapolis today. The charges against him are third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. Esme Murphy was there as prosecutors announced the charges.
Well, before we jump all the way even more into it and talk about that, third-degree murder, let me run that back one more time to make sure I'm not saying this wrong. Third-degree murder, so Derek Chauvin has been charged with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. At least it's a step in the direction of getting some justice for George Floyd. But my question goes out to everybody who is watching right now, the whole nine. What about the rest of the guys? What about the other officers that were there? What about the 3 other officers that were standing there sitting on top of the man? They were assisting. How about the man, Tao, if I'm correct, the officer Tao that was off on the side just watching everything and didn't do a damn thing? Aren't they going to get, aren't they going to be an accessory? Aren't they going to be charged with accessory? Or are they all going to get a chance to walk? Yes, they all have been fired. They've all been permanently terminated, but they still get to walk? Come on, y'all. So, my question goes out to you guys. Does this make you happy? Is this giving you peace in your heart? In your heart of hearts? Is this giving you peace? Definitely comment down below. I would love to know. 3rd-degree murder and 2nd-degree manslaughter. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's look this up real quick, shall we? Because my question, or what if he was to get the full extent of the law? We're doing this live right now, y'all. I don't have Tom or Tommy Boy or Jackie Buck with me on the show today and right now. So, okay, let's see. 3rd-degree murder. 3rd-degree murder charges. So, the exact statutory definition of 3rd-degree murder is the unlawful killing of a human being when perpetrated without any design to effect death by a person engaged in the perpetration of or in the attempt to perpetrate any felon other than 19. Okay, that's weird. So I'm curious as to like how many years. Okay, so if someone is charged with 3rd-degree murder, it is punishable by a maximum. Excuse me. It is punishable by a maximum of 40 years imprisonment, and that's just in Florida. In Florida, in Pennsylvania, and 25 years in Minnesota. So, bang. Wow, how fitting that that's in there right now. 25 years of imprisonment. He could look up to 25 years of imprisonment in Minnesota, and that's just for 3rd-degree murder. We haven't even gone into 2nd-degree manslaughter. 3rd-degree murder, he could be facing up to 25 years in prison. How does that make you guys feel? That's what I want to know. Definitely comment down below. Excuse me. Definitely comment down below. Because I'd love to know. Does that make you happy? Does that bring some sort of solace, some sort of peace in your heart? Hearing that he's getting 3rd-degree he's being charged with 3rd-degree murder. Don't get me wrong. The fact that he got arrested, the fact that he's getting charges definitely makes me happy. 3rd-degree murder, though? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Excuse me. I don't know about that. So, that's what I personally think. Please definitely comment down below. And also, you can give us a call. You can give me a call at 314-766-4581. I'm going to write it down in the comment section down below real quick. 314-766-4581. Comment, call us. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts in regards to this because here it is. I'll keep it real. I am happy. I'm definitely happy that he's getting charged. But what's funny is that I was just on the phone with a buddy of mine just earlier today, right? And we're shooting the proverbial ish, just talking it up, talking about things, just talking about what's going on, talking about George Floyd and how the injustices of it and all that, and my brother hadn't even really seen the full video. And what's funny to me is that he's a guy who's kind of a savage, like he loves. He's into MMA, he's into, mixed martial arts, the whole nine, the stuff that I'm really into as well. And he said, I could not muster up the courage to actually watch the whole video because it irks my soul that much. Now, this dude is a savage, straight up savage. All right. All day long, kicking ass, taking names every day, all day, day. OK, and he had a hard time watching the video. The fact that a grown man, excuse me, a grown man who is a savage all day long couldn't watch the video says something to you, right? So he's sitting there talking about it, and we're talking about it. And he's sitting there going, hey, has the National Guard shown up to Minneapolis? Because obviously the chaos has grown to an incredible height. It is, Minnesota still at this moment is still on fire. It is still ablaze, right? So I turned to my girl and I'm like, hey, what's the story with it? Is the National Guard out there? And she says, yeah, the National Guard is there, but they've built a barrier. They've created a barrier around Derek Chauvin's home. So the National Guard is there, but they are protecting Derek Chauvin's house and his family. That's where they are. Minneapolis is on fire. And the National Guard is protecting a house. Interesting. Now, don't get me wrong. His family doesn't deserve any of the stuff at all. Doesn't deserve any of the bad things and doesn't need the backlash and the violence going to their home too. So, of course, I get it that they need protection. But at the same time, what about the rest of the city, yo? What happened to the rest of the city, man? They don't mean nothing? Something to think about. So, like I said, give me a call. 314-766-4581. Let me know what you think. And Ashton, yes, I'm doing just fine. I've just been, just woke up from a really heavy nap. And for some odd reason, I'm still getting some stuff out of my system. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Man, what's up, man? He says, bro, they going crazy down here in Detroit right now. Yeah, I mean, and I'm also seeing that demonstrations. Yeah, I heard Detroit's going crazy in downtown Detroit. That's what's up, Yellow Man. I'm hearing that downtown Detroit is going insane. Man, there's been demonstrations in St. Louis. Real talk. There's been demonstrations in St. Louis as well. I don't know, man. Like, people are demonstrating for various reasons. There's the Breonna Taylor protests that are going on as well. It's almost as if everything is coming to, as Dr. Marty K. Casey said this morning, everything's in that funnel. Everything's kind of coming through this very, very narrow opening, and it's just busting out. Like all this stuff, all this frustration, all this anger, all this stuff that's going on is coming out right now. Breonna Taylor's story is even worse. It's just as bad. It's terrible. It's unjustified. It's crazy. And yet none of those cops have been charged for anything. Insane. So insane. Nathan, what's up? Talking on, commenting on Facebook. National Guard is also blocking highways and roads. They're blocking highways and roads. The National Guard. That don't mean that don't do a damn thing. What about the stuff that's going inside of Minneapolis? The riots, the chaos, the protests, the demonstrations, the violent protests. What about all that? Let's talk about that for a second. Where's that coming from? Why isn't that not being taken care of? Why is the National Guard avoiding that? Why are we blocking highways and roads and not protecting the actual people of Minneapolis? It's weird. It's weird. Alex on YouTube said, "What's up, Alex? How you doing?" said, luckily here in St. Louis is pretty peaceful. Luckily, there has been some demonstrations in St. Louis, downtown St. Louis, everything, but it's been peaceful protests. But I feel that if this happened on St. Louis grounds, St. Louis would be ablaze. St. Louis would be on fire right now. Everything would be crumbling to the ground right now. We'd have Ferguson, we would have the protest in Ferguson all over again in St. Louis. And yet there are still things that are escalating here in St. Louis as well. In my own city, you know, people are getting shot at. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on right now. You know, like I feel like right now people are using this as an excuse to act a fool. Straight up. They use this as an opportunity to start chaos because they feel that it's justified now. And it's not. Yellow Man. Trump not grieving out no more. Trump not giving out no more checks, bro. You know, you never know, man. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, truth be told, shoot, there's a lot of people waiting for the first stimulus check. Real talk. There's still people waiting for their unemployment check, man. There's some people that have been waiting for their unemployment check for the past month and a half, and not seeing not one damn thing, man. Not one damn thing. So there's a lot of people that are angry because of that as well. There's a lot of frustrations right now because they're going, where's my money? Shoot, where's my stimulus check? You know what I'm saying? I need some stimuli in my own personal economic needs. Stimuli the heck out of my ish. Where my check? Just saying. All the money going on damages. Yeah, that's very true. Everything's going to be covered on that. You know what I mean? Hack 1119 said Derek Chauvin is dead. I'm interested to see if, you know, that would be absolutely nuts if he was. They just need to get him in. That's what they need to do. Homeboy needs to get in there. He needs to get arrested like he has been. They need to charge him. They need to, he needs to get the book thrown at him. You know what I mean? Book him, Dano, but F it. Throw the whole book at his face. That's what needs to happen. Yes, Real STL News is live, and yeah, I'm sure of that. Of course they are. Of course they are. You know, they're going where the heat is. They're going where the story is. And I commend Real STL News for doing that, because there needs to be that. There needs to be people out there documenting what's going on, you know, from other cities, telling us the real truth, showing us the real truth. Shoot, I am all phlegmy. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, I completely am behind all of this, like as far as the indictment or the arrest of Chauvin. The fact that he used to work with the guy, he used to work with George Floyd, is unbelievable, is mind-blowing to me. That's mind-blowing. Bruh. Mind-blowing. So now he's been arrested. He's getting charged. So we'll see what happens with him in regards to all that. But I'm going to go back to this video real quick because I think there's more to be said in this video. So I'm going to roll this beautiful bean footage one more time.
Announce the charges.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been charged by the Hennepin County Attorney's Office with murder and with manslaughter.
County Attorney Mike Freeman left open the possibility of more charges against Derek Chauvin, as well as charges against the other 3 officers.
The investigation is ongoing. We felt it appropriate to focus on the most dangerous perpetrator.
But we are leading the investigation.
The announcement of a possible charge had been widely anticipated at a news conference yesterday. The fact that it didn't happen has been criticized for fueling the frustration behind last night's protests.
We have now been able to put together the evidence that we need. Even as late as yesterday afternoon, we didn't have all that we needed. We have now found it.
Freeman would not say what that new evidence is. Now, this new charging document does contain a revelation. It says Floyd did not die of strangulation or asphyxiation. The document says Floyd had heart disease and that the combined effects of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's continue.
The third-degree murder charge is the same charge Freeman used to successfully prosecute Minneapolis police officer Mohammed Noor in the 2017 death of Justine Ruszczyk-Damond. Noor is now serving 12 and a half years in prison. Esme Murphy, WCCO 4 News.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So they're officially charging him, and they've been using, for example, this past case that happened about 3-4 years ago. And that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Jack just tuned in. What's up, Jack? If you want to come on to the show, you're more than welcome to jump on, man. Jump on it, please. You know, we are open and I'm ready to talk. So come on through if you're down to chat it up. Feds flew unarmed predator drone over Minneapolis protests to provide situational awareness. Interesting. Brandon on YouTube says they will try hard to change the narrative and make Floyd look like a drug addict and a thug, and that's facts right there. And I totally agree with you on that, man. Totally agree with you on that. Yeah, they're trying to find like, oh, there was a trifecta of everything. You know, it was a perfect storm, man. No, you had your knee on his neck. That's what killed him. That's it. All that distress on a person's body, even if he had pre-existing conditions, doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. Homeboy was face down, arms behind his back, shackled, saying, please, I can't breathe. And you're using this as an excuse. Come on, y'all. Wow. I need to see that one more time. Where was that piece? The combined effects of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death. I'm just going to pull this up. Y'all need to see this for your own selves. I need you to see this because this is some BS. This is some really good. This is what they do. This is what they do, how they try to switch it around and make it weird and make it, you know, oh, because of the such and such. It was because of the wind. Because of the wind. That's why he died. Get the hell out of here. I'm going to repeat this again. The combined effects of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death. You know what the sentence should say? The effects of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, a knee on his head, and when he said he couldn't breathe. Those are the things that contributed to his death. That's what it should say. Hard facts. Anyway, I don't care about pre-existing in the toxins and the, you know, antioxidants and the such and such, and oh, you know, because of that, and you know, because he was allergic to peanuts and blah blah blah. Shut the hell up. I'm not here to listen to that. I just need justice. I need an understanding that what he did was wrong and it's unjustified, and that's it. Point blank. Done. It's a damn shame. Debbie, good evening, Debbie. How you doing, sweetheart? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen you, or seen your name on here. CNN is under attack in Atlanta. I'm wondering what's going on, and definitely let me know. If you can comment down below and let me know, Debbie, because I'd like to know as well. Let's see. I'm just sorry. I'm going through all these comments. It's like saying someone died from bleeding out from being shot, but not acknowledging the bullet. Exactly, Jack. That's so true. You know what I mean? That is BS. The officers, this is Nathan on Facebook. Again, thank you so much for commenting. Everyone, thank you so much for commenting. This is BS. The officer's knee on his neck is what killed him, not anything else. I completely agree. Or, it's the thing that caused his death. That's it. He may have had some pre-existing conditions, but that doesn't mean that the knee, that jerk, that piece of trash, what I like to say, former officer Derek Chauvin. Doesn't it sound so good? Former police officer. Yeah. He put his knee on that guy's neck, on that poor man's neck, causing that man to die. Doesn't matter anything about his pre-existing underlying health conditions and whatnot. Shoot, I'm surprised they didn't throw in COVID in there. Bruh. Oh, man, I wish a player would. I just wish a player would. If they said, oh, yeah, it was because of Rona, get out of here. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see that happen. Just saying. But Jack, if you have time, you should come onto the show. Come Skype onto the show. Real talk. And of course, the phone lines are open, y'all. Give me a call at 314-766-4581. Let's get a conversation going. I want to hear your thoughts on this thing. Is this good news? Are you guys happy that they have charged Derek Chauvin? Are these charges good enough for you, or should he be getting something harder? Comment down below or give us a call at 314-766-4581. I'd like to know. Let me know. Debbie, YouTube. People breaking down the windows in CNN. Oh, wow. The cops are in the building with their shields. Wait, so they're inside of CNN? They're inside the CNN building? Or Atlanta is just breaking down windows and whatnot? That's what I'd like to know, Debbie, because that's a little confusing for me. You're telling me CNN is under attack. Mosey or Mossy said, Debbie said first on YouTube, all four should be charged. Thank you. I agree. And they should be charged, I feel, with even harder stuff. Oh, so, okay. Before I go into Debbie's next comment, Mossy said, third degree is all you can hope to stick. Second or first are damn near impossible. Yeah, I know. I know you're absolutely right. But there is a part of me that's like, dang, like I would love to see. I would actually love to see the law work out and actually justifiably get somebody the justice that they need, that the Floyd family gets the justice that they deserve. That's what needs to happen. Now, Debbie, I need to ask you, where are you finding this information? Because I don't know where to find this. Because I'm actually trying to find this myself. What? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, I'm just finding this really, really quick. This is breaking news right now. This has been happening for about 3 hours. Holy cow. Okay, so real talk. Wow. Protesters set police car on fire in downtown Atlanta. There's a bunch of them. Protesters, police in standoff in front of CNN Center. I'm going to pick one of these. This is a Fox News video. I'm just going to say whoops real quick. Because, unfortunately, that's unfortunate how it's going to be. But this is some wild-ish. We are going to watch this. Here we go. What? So there are protests that are going on. Wow. Whoa. There are protests going on outside of the White House right now. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this video. So here we go. Whoa. News, breaking stuff, guys. Here we go.
Fox News alert, protests growing tonight outside the White House this evening. There's a live look outside the front gates. We're told that there's a lockdown in effect, meaning that people who are there, reporters, are not leaving the premises at this moment. Looks fairly under control, but there's a pretty good crowd growing out there this evening. We're also seeing a similar scene unfolding at this hour in Atlanta, Georgia. Take a look at these aerial shots that we have. This is outside
This is insane, guys.
World headquarters, where we're told that protesters have smashed the windows trying to enter the building. We told you moments ago about the CNN reporter who was arrested with his crew and then released in Minneapolis. We're not sure if there's a connection, but obviously this is all the base of all this is the killing of George Floyd by a police officer in Minneapolis. So my next guest joining me now as we take a look at all of this is the former safety for the Minnesota Vikings, and he writes about all of what's going on today. He says it's emotionally draining to write this often about unarmed black men losing their lives at the hands of evil individuals. It's even more draining to continue to watch polarization and identity politics being used to divide us following a brother or sister's tragic loss of life. This is definitely a war. I just hope we keep our eye on the actual enemy. Joining me now is Jack Brewer. Jack, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Wow. This is like I said, some breaking news, some interesting stuff. I don't know. Even so, right now, oh boy, we are. Have mercy. There's also a curfew that's being in effect in Minneapolis, St. Paul. They're saying it's going to be taking effect at 8 p.m. So it's already been happening, or it should have already been happening. So now people who are out right now are about to get grounded for protesting and being out there. Now I'm understanding that St. Louis also, there are demonstrations that are starting to be out there in St. Louis as well. So the demonstrations and all that, I mean, now they're protesting in front of the White House. There's craziness that's going on now in Atlanta. This is nuts. I mean, I haven't played the whole thing as of yet. I'm trying to find something a little bit more solid because obviously I'm just grabbing something right off the bat. But
we're here inside.
This is Minneapolis. I'm trying to find it. Sorry, y'all. Please bear with me. I'm trying to find the best stuff for you guys. Okay, so Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms tells protesters to go home. And this is Atlanta, so we're going to do this one real quick as well. This was updated. This was put up about an hour ago. So here we go, guys.
And a protester in front of me telling me that they don't all agree with this. And we actually just spoke with someone who had the same sentiment. And
Some of us believe the CNN is fair and just news. Some of us believe that CNN.
Wow.
Coming in soon.
Of course, that's Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and Police Chief Erica Smith behind her to the right wearing the mask.
There may be some others
one at a time. And let her speak.
Let me just speak to what's happening here today.
Wow.
Above everything else, I am a mother. I am a mother to 4 black children in America, one of whom is 18 years old. And when I saw the murder of George Floyd, I hurt like a mother would hurt. And on yesterday, when I heard there were rumors about violent protests in Atlanta, I did what a mother would do. I called my son and I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I cannot protect you, and black boys shouldn't be out today. So you're not going to out-concern me and out-care about where we are in America. I wear this each and every day, and I pray over my children each and every day. So what I see happening on the streets of Atlanta is not Atlanta. This is not a protest. This is not in the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
This is chaos. A protest has purpose.
Oh,
When
man.
Dr.
Come on,
King was
guys.
assassinated, we didn't do this to our city.
Have mercy.
So if you love this city,
Whoa.
this city that has had a legacy of black mayors and black police chiefs and people who care about this city, where more than 50% of the business owners in Metro Atlanta are minority business owners. If you care about this city, then go home and pray that somebody like Reverend Beasley will come and talk to you and give you some instructions on what a protest should look like and how you effectuate change in America. This police chief made a video on yesterday, pull it up on YouTube, where she said she was appalled to watch the murder of George Floyd. This woman did that. You're not honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement. You're not protesting anything running out with brown liquor in your hands, breaking windows in this city.
My thoughts exactly.
T.I. and Killer Mike own half the West Side. So when you burn down this city, you're burning down our community. If you want change in America, go and register to vote. Show up at the polls on June 9th. Do it in November.
Thanks. Okay, I gotta pause that for a second, guys. Sorry. Somebody's calling. All right, I'm gonna get to you real quick, Jack, but I gotta finish this video. You just interrupted. You just interrupted it. She was making some good points there. You good, homie? You're good. It's all good. Continuing here, guys.
That is the change we need in this country. You are disgracing our city. You are disgracing the life of George Floyd and every other person who has been killed in this country. We are better than this. We're better than this as a city. We are better than this as a country. Go home.
Yes. So, obviously, there's a lot more she could say, but I couldn't agree more. The one thing I do want to ask, though, is why are they attacking CNN Center in Atlanta? Why CNN of all things? Why that? I'm very curious and I'm very confused. A black reporter was arrested live on television. He was reporting for CNN. So why would protesters go and destroy CNN Center? That's the one thing I don't understand. So someone please explain that to me. If you on here, please give me a call or comment down below. Let me know what you think, because that part I don't understand fully. My brother Jack is here. I know this was like very impromptu, last minute. Angle your camera down a little bit more so we can see your full face. There we go. Boom. So we got Jack in the house with me. So, man, speak on it, man. Let me know what you think, because this is some wild-ass ish, man. This is wild.
That's got to be, a guaranteed news coverage, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you go and you attack the news station, you know that you're going to be on the news. If they were just in other parts of the city and doing something else, maybe they get coverage. Maybe they wouldn't. I'm sure if they started burning things, they would. But... man, that is insane what's going on. I understand the pain as much as I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for so many families out there. I mean, hearing her taking the mother stance on stuff too. That's like, as an individual with kids, yeah, I mean, I worry about, what would happen if you're out and about and you're driving around and all of a sudden you turn the street and there's 600 people walking down the street.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, do you, because when Ferguson was going on and I was working with a roofing company and I got off the highway and there was a group of guys that was at the top of the off ramp.
Yeah.
And they said, who you for? Who you for? And we were for Mike Brown. I had a couple guys in the car, and we all said it. They said, okay, you can go. But I mean, they were policing the off ramps.
Yeah.
And I don't know, if I don't carry a gun. I don't do anything that, I carry anything with me that would have been something that I could use to guarantee my protection.
Yeah.
And one person, verse 10, you probably can't guarantee your protection unless you're like Chuck Norris. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
it is crazy. But the thing is there is also protesting that's happening live in St. Louis as we speak as well. I got to pull up that video real quick because, this is all developing stuff. Everything's kind of coming out all at the same damn time. But this is the world. This is the world we're in right now, y'all. Let me see if I can actually pull this thing up here.
Houston's got some big stuff going on too.
Yeah, Houston's on fire. Like everything's on fire right now. But tell me a little bit about Houston real quick while I pull this up.
It's one of those things, like I'll scroll through some TikTok just to see what's going on. A lot of the things that are pulling up through TikTok are showing like actually on the streets in Minneapolis, on the streets in Houston, on the streets in Atlanta. And they're just, they're panning over and showing different things. And it's just is the same type of stuff where, buildings are being burned. And there's, groups of people that are out. And I saw there was a video that showed a group of people going down the street, and a cop car was at the street, and they all of a sudden, 15 people are on top of the cop car breaking all the windows. It's all over. There's a complete, obviously, bias that's leaning towards all police officers.
Yeah.
So it's good or bad. If you're in blue, this is not a good week or month to be a police officer. It's going to be scary for people that are there, even trying to actually be there for the community.
I am going to pull this up real quick because we do have a little bit of footage. This is kind of what's going on in St. Louis as we speak right now. So I'm going to pull this up right quick. This was taken about
successfully get up there.
Let's see if I can scrub through this real quick.
STL news for the community because with masks on as well.
They say what area St. Louis is in?
No, I'm trying to see just
Once again, thank you all for tuning in to Real STL
locations.
News. Please share the live feed. It's in downtown St. Louis in front of the police
this is downtown St. Louis, right in front of the headquarters.
The protest has
police headquarters.
Yeah.
The protest has been peaceful throughout the day. There has been no confrontation with police.
Wow.
They have been close by all throughout the entire protest.
Man, that's crazy.
At this time, it does appear protesters are beginning to move from in front of the police headquarters. I'm gonna do my best to keep you all updated.
Trying to see what's going on. Now, there's other footage that I saw on Snapchat and all that, where people are literally just peacefully in St. Louis. They're just peacefully protesting. They're just sitting on the ground, chanting "No justice, no peace," the whole nine. Now, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I've seen through like Snapchat stories and stuff like that. But I can't pull those things up on my computer, on the computer here. But
yeah.
I mean, it's a shame. It's terrible that this is all going down. But at the same time, like I prefer seeing that. I prefer seeing St. Louis. I prefer seeing peaceful protests like a sit-in over chaos and mayhem and things burning down and all of that, of course,
Yeah.
And of course, like I said before, if you guys are interested in calling in, putting in your 2 cents, the whole nine, please give us a call at 314-766-4581. And definitely let us know what you think. My boy Jackie Buck is on the show with us right now as we speak, which is really great. I appreciate you coming in like last minute like that, bro. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, I wanted to hear your thoughts on having that Predator drone taken off the Canadian border.
Yeah, you got to explain to me. You have to explain to me a little bit behind this whole Predator drone thing because I don't understand it really. So what's that all about, please?
So imagine one of those unmanned planes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting all this news coming in at the door right now. Apparently, there's multiple protests going on all over the country. But you were saying, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's right. So imagine one of those unmanned planes that's flown from a remote area, someone just staring at a computer screen, right?
Yeah.
So this Predator drone, which is like an American technology type of thing, that usually patrols our borders or is used in war zones. Usually they'll attach maybe a laser or missiles or something like that, and they'll go drop some bombs out in other places all remotely. It is an unarmed predator drone. They said that they're just using to collect surveillance and get ground activity.
Interesting.
But what it is using government technology to provide oversight over its own people. Instead of going and using that technology to patrol our borders and protect us from enemy forces, now they're coming and they're going and using it against our own people. So this is definitely one of those worries that people have, where the government is extending their oversight into different areas.
Yeah.
Having a federal plane essentially come over and monitor and take video surveillance of all of Minneapolis, which then can identify majority of people because of all their text surveillance that they've done over the past, 30 years.
Right.
That they, I imagine the people that are looting, that don't have their faces completely covered, are going to be found one way or another. There will be, and I think that happened here in Ferguson too, when after some time passed, people were arrested for setting fires and for doing all that stuff. They went back and they watched all those videos. They were able to pinpoint stuff. So but it's scary to think that, if they do that now, what's going to stop them from doing it in the future?
Right.
And what's going to stop them from sending in the tanks?
I mean, they were already doing the drone thing when they were trying to control people from monitoring people. Like in Jersey, they were doing those kind of things, using drones during the pandemic, during the time that during the stay-at-home orders and all that, because apparently people weren't abiding by the stay-at-home orders or the lockdown orders mandate that was in New Jersey. So they were using drones at that time too. So I'm not surprised that they're using them during this time as well, just to monitor and check. Still really messed up. But at the same time, like, I'm waiting for the tanks to roll in. Real talk, because right now this is the pandemic. This is what people were fearing of having happen, which is some sort of group or a gathering of people upset, angry about what's going on in the world, about how they can't make money or so on and so forth, and it turning into like going off like a powder keg. What's wild to me, though, I'm going to keep it real funky with y'all. I did not expect it. I didn't expect it to be the result of what it is right now. I expected it to be, because I was expecting more of it coming from the alt-right. Like what somebody said earlier in this morning's show, basically saying, well, what if this turns into the alt-right turning it into something bigger turning it into something more. The fact that, to reopen America, the whole nine. I was expecting the reopen America kind of craziness and protest to happen like this. I did not know this was going to happen. But then again, you never know. You can't expect or know when somebody's going to be unjustifiably killed on camera, and caught on camera, But now there's just a lot of angry people that are upset about several different things. because there's also Breonna Taylor. We cannot forget Breonna Taylor, her death, her unjustified death. Freaking cops going into her house and lighting up her house like a war zone where she gets shot 8 times. 8 times. And yet those officers are still not convicted, have not been charged with anything yet. Still to this day. So there's a lot of protest and anger right now because of that. You know? Now, Lord Ron just said that's not what's happening. I mean, please comment down below and let us know what you think is actually happening. But these are the things that are going on right now. You know, give us a call. Give us a call at 314-766-4581. I'd love to hear your opinions. I would love to hear your thoughts about all the things that are going on all over the country. Now there are demonstrations going on in my own backyard, y'all. Straight up. In our own backyard in St. Louis, there are demonstrations and protests happening right now as we speak. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen here. But hopefully it stays peaceful. I'm praying to God it stays peaceful.
If I know St. Louis, we got a chip on our shoulder, man.
We about that life. We about that life, shaking things up. But so far, it looks like it's being pretty peaceful. But I mean, we will keep a very close, or I at least will keep a very close tab on what's going on, because of course it's our backyard and we need to know what the heck is going on. Real talk. So that's the drone. That's the drone that you're talking about.
This is the drone. It's not like a little tiny drone. This is like military grade, full on, like, you know, airplane with no one in it.
Bruh,
this is a jet fully equipped to destroy an area with no one in it.
That thing is massive. Yeah. That thing is massive. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to see an ant, that's what the camera can do.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So we are going to go into this other piece because there is another part that I wanted to talk about today. There are some comments. If you don't mind, Jack, looking at some of these comments and just reading some of them out, because I'm going to pull up this other video real quick, because there is something real quick before you go into the comments. And thank you, everybody, for commenting below, being a part of the discussion, because we are all in this together. We are all going through this. Everybody's going through this. If you're anywhere in America and you're dealing with this right now, you are dealing with this right now. Okay, America is about to be on fire. I'm telling you right now. I could be wrong. Maybe it'll subside tonight, but it's the weekend, y'all. And there's a lot of people that are still locked up with nothing to do, like nothing to do right now. So there's a lot of angry people out here that have got plenty of time to just chill in the cut and protest. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on all this stuff. As the days go on and any developing moments happen, we will be on it with y'all for real. But before we go into that, I also wanted to point something else out that I saw. It was shared on one of my brother's Instagram accounts, and I found it to be very fascinating. It's a video showing the actual person who actually started all of it. The person who actually started the vandalizing. And it was a cop. This is very interesting. So I'm going to pull this up. We're going to watch it with our own 2 eyes, because it is something worth the watch. Here we go.
The person that I'm about to show you in this video is Police Officer Jacob Peterson of the St. Paul Police Department.
Just watch this.
According to his ex-wife, who identified him. Wow. In the video, Peterson starts smashing windows and kickstarts the riot in South Minneapolis. This is a very common tactic. As you can see, he has the umbrella to prevent aerial ID. After being confronted by people, he flees the scene. Watch till the end.
This is wild, man. Check this out.
I just came with a hammer and smashed the windows. I'm gonna fight you right now. You wanna go? What's up?
Somebody hold my blunt. Hey, somebody hold my blunt. I'm gonna keep it. Hey.
Wow. So completely, dude was completely masked up. Completely masked up. And there's people out there that are sitting there saying that the vandalizing and all that was not actually from, like, there were actual people out there covered up on like masked men that were out there trying to hide their identity while they helped basically start the negative side of the riot, the negative side of the protest, that they're the ones that actually kicked off the riot. You saw it with your own two eyes. I mean, obviously, put it together however you want to put it together, but that is real. That was captured. Ex-wife ID'd the man. Ex-wife. So you know for a fact she knows her man, at least her ex-man. All right. We have any comments, Jack?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of comments, but the majority of the stuff that right now I'm seeing is towards the White House stuff. I'm going to pull up this video and share my screen to you.
Or just send me the link and then I'll just pull it up, because it's a lot easier to deal with like that.
Gotcha.
Just let me know when you send it. But yes, apparently White House is on lockdown right now as well. It's like
protesters tear down barricades outside the White House.
Whoa.
It's going
Wait,
down.
you have video? We have video of this? Oh my God. Wow, y'all, this is insane. White House is getting, oh my dear God.
That means people are going to be shot on site.
Didn't he just say, didn't he say something about shot, if something is fired, then shots are fired, something along the lines of that?
When the looting, or when you start looting, that's when they start shooting or something like that.
There we go.
It was a paraphrase from the 1960s riots, and which was based in a racist remark back then. And then Trump tried to clarify his statement earlier. He was like, "Oh, that was just a statement of fact.
It was a quote.
It wasn't my statement."
I'm not a supporter of the KKK. I mean, I was on that Special K when I said that. That's basically what he's trying to say. Dude is crazy, man. Okay, so did you email it to me?
My computer is going.
Okay, you know what? I will. I'm not. Your face is not.
It's on. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dang. I was gonna try to pull this up here. It's on RT.com. But if you search, it's through MEAWW. It has a thing on Twitter.
Okay, how about this?
But if you just search White House barricade.
White House.
In the videos.
Yeah, let me see. Wow, this is not. How about this? White House. Because the video that I had just a second ago was they tapped on the conversation. They tapped on the fact that the White House was that the White House had protesters outside, but they did not show anything about people actually storming. You sent it to me though?
Yeah.
Cool.
What do we want?
Okay.
Justice. When do we want it? Now.
Okay,
We're out there chanting.
Let me pull this up. Give me a second.
Lots of water bottles thrown at the officers now in front of the White House. But White House won't mess around. That is no longer, once you start crossing the White House line, you are more so a domestic terrorist than a protester.
Yes. So you're real quick. So you're talking about these dark videos.
Yes.
Like these are all like basically like live right now. Okay.
Yes.
Here it is. This is what we got so far. I mean, this is all like impromptu, y'all. So bear with us. We're doing the best we can live. Here we go. And those are the barricades. There we go. Now it's in focus. Wow. Wow. That's just one. That's just one of them, y'all. There's more. Don't. But wait, there's more. Trust and believe. I'm trying to get to. Where's the one where like the real action happens? Let me just say that. Is it the third video?
I haven't had a chance to watch them all.
Okay, I'm trying to. I'm just going with what I got because Because right now they're just showing them throwing bottles and stuff. But anyway, here's another one. I'm sure we're going to find another one. I would rather find something on YouTube if that's possible. But here we go. Oops. Here we go. Wow. Bottles. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay, that's just those are just pieces. Obviously, I'm just piecing together what we got right now. This is all stuff that's real-time stuff that's going on. That this was just posted about not even an hour ago. This was posted about 45 minutes or so ago. And that's just one piece. But I mean, obviously, there's more. I'm gonna look on YouTube and see if I find anything.
There's a live thing right now.
There's a live thing right now.
Yeah. Copy that link out I just put in the comments. That's a lot faster than emailing it to you.
You got me trying to open up the. No, I can't.
Okay.
It would be easier just email.
Okay.
All day. Just let me know when you get it. I'm going to put you back up here. We could talk about this now while you're doing that. So yes, guys. So that's real. You know what I mean? That's nuts. That is nuts. Jalen, good evening. Hello. Sheba Dog raising an arm to greet someone, asking how's it going. Thank you for the $3 and thank you for. Hope your Sheba Dog is doing okay. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing well too. Hello, Mariah. Thank you so much. Jalen's granddaughter, if I'm correct. She's on watching the show as well. Anyway,
sticker and a $2.99.
Hey, yeah, sticker and a $2.99. Gotta love it. Thank you so much for the contribution. We really appreciate that, of course.
I sent you that link.
Okay, thank you.
This is live video in front of the White House.
Right on. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So, yes. See, it's nice when you got teamwork on the show, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. Because I would have been sitting here going, what? That's news to me. Okay, so this is live right now as we speak in front of the White House. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. So this is what's up, y'all. Man. Come on. Pan back up. This is crazy. Wow. Whoa. Hold on, Jack. I can't hear you. It's just way too loud. Wow. Man. Wow. Whew. Okay, guys. Okay. We are at the cusp right now. Like, something's about to go off. Something's about to pop off, and it's going to happen tonight. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if it's, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Bruh, that is some crazy stuff. And what's nuts about that situation is that, everyone's wearing masks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's who. You can't identify anybody. So if you're able to run away from the police or anything, the powers that be, the authorities, man, you're scot-free. Just wear your mask and you're good to go.
Yeah,
this is opportune time for people to act a fool.
Yeah. I was saying it's convenient. Everybody right now already had a mask. Wow. It's that timing thing, man. It is amazing.
Wow.
And I feel like do you think that other countries are looking at us right now and going, they got the coronavirus hitting them real hard. They got protests going on nationwide.
You know, that's a very good question, my brother.
I wonder if it's a good time to bring a little bit more pain. I mean, having Russia, China, and all these people that were trying to kind of just piss off, you know, through our government. I don't know. That's, you know, something might be coming locally, but it's a good chance for nationally or internationally for something else to happen too.
Yeah. Here's something else also interesting. Breaking news. T-Money. What's up, T-Money? What's up, girl? Good evening. And thank you so much for sitting through this and being a part of this chaos. But T-Money just commented, and of course, if you don't mind, Jack, if you got the speed, she said, breaking news from CNN, the arrested officer, Derek Chauvin, his bail is set for $500,000, and his wife has filed for divorce.
Well, good for
Boom!
her.
If that's true,
oh, you know why?
Man, if that's true, yes.
You know, I don't know if it's because she actually wanted to leave him or if she's just protecting their money. She's been with him for a damn long time, right?
Hella facts. Bruh, you got a good point right there, bruh.
I don't care anything about
That's a
what her
very good point.
Really. And the $500,000, it's not enough. Because you know what? There's groups out there that'll drop that in an hour.
That's very, very true. That's very, very true. You got a good point right there. That probably is what happened. Or that probably is what's happening. To me, I'm thinking, you know, he's about to sound like a really crappy, sappy country song. You know, my dog died, my wife just left me, and I'm now in jail for killing a black man.
Whoa,
that's not a country song, but anyway. He gets whatever he deserves everything he's getting right now. So I'm hoping, I wish, you know, me, the angry side of me is wishing and hoping that he's getting divorced because she's just going, what you did was so inhumane. And this is not how I want our kids to live. Or, you know, we don't want to have our kids raised around such a terrible human being as such an animal like this. That's what I hope. But you got a point there too. That's some smart stuff. We got to get them out before they take all our money. So,
because ask this in general. If you have a husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, and one of them is an outward racist, and the other one doesn't leave them right when they find out, they may just be a secret racist, and there's no defending your partner. So what's her stance? You know, if this has been happening and he's gone through 16 different things where he's had different things in his department where he's been, you know, looked at and passed different stuff. Like, this has been going on.
Yeah.
She knows who he is.
That's true. I mean, you know, if you've been banging him for this long, eventually you know who you're sleeping next to. At least you hope. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's been a submissive wife. You never know. He might be just as abusive at home as he is out there when how he's treating people that he's arresting. Facts. So you never know. She might just be beaten to submission. You never know. T-Money also said that Georgia declared state of emergency.
I mean, I think that any state's going to have protests, probably will lead that way. I mean, that's a natural step, right?
Masi said, imagine what is going to happen when the Georgia father and son walk free, the two men that killed Ahmaud Arbery. He said, he also, just to add to finish his statement, they overcharged them. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, Masi, but that's your opinion. You can stick with that. I think that they are getting what were their charges again?
Calling for damages to non-public figure and her children. Is that what Masi's saying here? No, we aren't calling for damages to her. We're just saying that she's either complacent with how he's acting and hasn't raised any concerns about it, or she's a victim as well.
Oh, yeah. No. I was reading another one, but to respond to that one, Masi, no. I'm not asking for any ill will on his family at all. No, not at all. I'm not trying to say that at all. So let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying that for him, I would love to hear the wife saying, hey, I'm out because you're a monster. I'm divorcing you because you're a monster, so that he can get the full extent of what it feels like. Because obviously he can't be, two wrongs don't make a right. So it's not like I'm sitting here saying that he should die. I'm just saying that I feel like karma should come back and kick him in the ass so hard. But that's just me. I wish ill will on him, but I don't wish his death. I just wish he would, like I said, lose his job. Yes, justice, karma, the whole nine. Lose his job, lose his wife. That's all. But he said something earlier saying he said, imagine what is going to happen when Georgia father and son walk free. So the Ahmaud Arbery killers. The two men that shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery, he said they overcharged them. And I said, I don't agree with that. I think that they are, I don't remember exactly what they got charged, what they ended up getting charged for or charged with, but any charge is better than no charge. And I don't think they will walk free. The footage, that's my own personal opinion, the footage is way too incriminating, way too raw and uncut and in your face. That's what I personally think.
So the 3 Georgia men charged in connection with the killing of Ahmaud Arbery have been scheduled with, felony murder.
Felony murder?
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, you never know. They might get something less, if they work out a deal or something like that. But they ain't walking. Those men are not walking.
They would
Hail
walk,
to them, no.
just like they've been walking for a real long time, if that video didn't surface. And then the guy who surfaced the video is also included in that charging now.
Facts.
So, if he had a guilty conscience and then he released a video thinking that maybe he'd get off, but then now he's been dragged into it, as rightfully so, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's one of those things where how many other things are going to happen from now until we hear about what is the final saying in that?
Yeah.
Because it seems like daily there's so much news that is just, piling on top.
Yeah. All this stuff. Go ahead.
There's been an independent autopsy requested for George Floyd.
There's been an autopsy. Say that again.
Independent. There's been an independent autopsy instead of from the coroner from the state or whatever.
Word, because they don't. But who issued that? Who requested that? The family, or the
attorneys.
actual? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, the CNN is showing a protest in LA now too. Nathan on Facebook just commented that. Okay, so like I said, we're going through this together, y'all, and I'm just getting all the news that you guys are throwing to me, and then Jack is throwing me new stuff as well, because honestly, I wasn't planning on being on here for that long. Real talk. I was just coming on to talk about the charges, the arrests of former police officer Derek Chauvin, and talk about that as well. And talk a little bit about the protests, but I did not know that these protests were going to go from. I didn't know that the protests were going to go from Minneapolis to spread out the way it has been. So this is all news to me, y'all. So this is all breaking news. Jack, are you seeing any footage of LA protests at all?
Let me check.
Jason Gray said something.
You want to try giving your sister a call? Or text her and see what she says?
I could try doing that. I could try doing that. But yeah. I might need a second to do that, actually. There's also Jason Gray on YouTube. I was just about to say, he says, I think they will walk minimal time. Not only are there texts from the local police to the father talking about their help, additionally, their lawyer will argue when the gun was grabbed, it became self-defense.
Gun was grabbed from a guy's. They're talking.
He's talking about Ahmaud Arbery.
Oh no, he was already shot when he grabbed the gun.
Yeah,
First, they already came out with that and said that.
Yeah, there was already shots fired, and then he tried to grab,
got shot again.
And then he got shot again, and then that's when he fell. Yeah. So
what I'm seeing is that in
Go ahead.
Rancho Cucamonga, there have been. This was reported 34 minutes ago from San Bernardino County Sun. 9 people have been arrested so far.
Hold on 1 second. I got a phone call. I'm taking it. All right. Hey, good evening. You're on the mic with Pascal. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello. This is Timani78. What's up, y'all?
Timani. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good, and I'm sorry. Who is your partner? Is it Jack?
His name is Jack. He's not on with us.
Hi, Jack.
Yeah, he can probably hear you through the live show, but he's not on with us right now. But we appreciate you showing the love.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, I'm not going to stay long, but
Sure.
yes, I've been staying up on this thing all night, all day. Right now, everything is going on in real time through, I want to say Snapchat, most likely Twitter, if y'all wanted to catch up on what's going on.
Yeah.
But the protests are nationwide. From, I want to say, Brooklyn, Ohio, California, Dallas and Houston, Charlotte. I mean, I don't know how they was able to do this, but it is protests all over the place.
Wow.
Yes.
This is insane.
Yeah. So, huh?
I said this is insane. This is insane news.
It is. So everything has, like I said, we've been watching pretty much CNN and the local news stations, because of course I'm here in Florida, so whatever our local station is, that's what we've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all the news is coming out so fast. But what I'm starting to think now, even after talking with you, you guys the other day, I'm thinking the reason why it took them so long to lock these officers up is because they've already got a plan set out on how this thing is going to go, and I'm kind of worried about it. And earlier today, I'm not sure if y'all saw, but on CNN they showed another video from another view that it wasn't just the officer arrested that was on George Floyd's neck, but it was the other 3 officers out of 4 that was actually sitting on this guy today.
Yeah. They were all on them. Yeah, we've seen the other angles for sure, and but you know, people are showing those are surfacing everywhere, just showing what was going on behind the car, because obviously the angle that the main angle that we've all seen, the viral video that we've all seen is literally just showing Derek Chauvin with his knee on poor Floyd's neck, and but yeah, so now. That other part, that other side, that other angle is now out, and which is ridiculous, which is absolutely inhumane and ridiculous for sure.
Correct. And that's why I'm saying, like, it took them till today to release that. And then I'm not sure if you saw the reports, but the reports came out that the medical examiner did release his report. And the reason why, and that's why I called in, because I think Jack had referred that, yes, the family had already had set up that they're going to do an independent review after the medical examiner, because what I found out today, that they came out with their report that he died of pre-existing conditions, which we already knew they was going to do that.
They were definitely going to say that.
Doctor up that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that right in the very beginning of the show. Just talking about that, saying, yep, that's most definitely going to happen. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, I knew that was going to be coming out with some sort of BS, some sort of trash. Them trying to say, oh yeah, you know, oh it was no. It's not because of the knee on his neck and the fact that he couldn't breathe. It's because he had other pre-existing conditions, and also he was on drugs. So if you just do a mixture of all that stuff, therefore that's why he died. Get out of here.
Right.
He was operating a machine. He was operating a car when they arrested him. If he was really that bad, he wouldn't have been operating a car. If he was under such heavy drugs that would cause him to have a, let's just say, cardiac arrest, he wouldn't have been operating a car. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that you know that they're trying to throw into the mix to make it excusable that this man it was an accidental death type thing, and that's not how it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, you know what? I kind of processed the phone call, and again, I thank you for the opportunity yesterday to be able to speak with you guys.
Anytime.
And just like clockwork, when we watched Twitter and the president had the nerve to label these protesters thugs, and that landed right into my point. When I said, and I don't want to blame nobody. This is not even the point of that. The point is, what do you expect us to do at this point after all of this? Either way, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like thugs. Like, you couldn't even give us another name. You call our children thugs now. Like, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm so... Right now, when I tell you I'm so livid, I can't even express to you. Words just cannot even describe in my bones.
Right.
And so the only thing I'm at this point is I could just pray, you know, for our youth and just pray that they make it home safe, you know, after all of this. And then, like, even with D.C., they were saying that they're protesting basically with Secret Service. Secret Service is formed, and I'm pretty sure it's not just Secret Service. It's probably, you know, their local police and everything like that. But I'm just, right now, Pascal, I just have no words for this.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I think a lot of us are just kind of at a loss for words right now. I mean, even myself. I'm watching all this stuff unfold right now as we speak. I'm watching it all with all y'all. You know what I mean? We are all holding hands together right now, watching this live. I'm watching all this happen live in front of my eyes as well. And I'm still trying to grasp all of it and trying to put words together in regards to what's going on. But T-Money, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Like I said, thank you for this opportunity.
Always.
I just want everybody out here to be safe and just, like I said, right now, we're all in this together, but it's just right now, you know, all we can do is just pray and just hope, you know, just hope for this country right now something turns around. That's all I could say at this point.
Yes. And again, thank you so much. We'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you.
All right? Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Bye.
You.
All right, guys. Yes. So, boy, oh boy. My brother Jack is back with us, I think, eventually. I don't see your face, but
I just sent you another link to a Twitter thing that's showing the White House. That was 46 minutes ago, where they're pulling barricades out of the Secret Service's hands.
Thank you. Wait, okay, hold on. Okay, now I got it. I'm about to pull this up. And like I said, this is all live, y'all, right here on the Pascal Show. Exclusive info. Whoa! We're going to pause that real quick because that's some wild stuff. This is some interesting stuff. Wow. This is something I don't think I've ever seen in the history of my life. This is going to be very interesting for you guys to see with your own two eyes. Here we go. Quick little video.
It seems like the protesters have gotten the upper hand a couple times. They've been able to rip away parts of the barricade and kind of haul them away and just toss them. And then the police will go and bring another part of it and kind of reinforce. And when they do that, the protesters confront them. They throw things at them, and the police try to hold their ground. It has been a very intense push and pull for, I'd say, at least a couple times. It seems like
oh my gosh. Okay, so that, wow. Okay, what I find really funny about this video, I'm sorry, but I'm going to throw it again here real quick. I just wanted to pull this up real quick because I thought this was a little funny. All right. So you see the video. I'm just getting to the part where they actually like rip it from their hands, from the guy's hands, real quick. What's funny is they get it, and then they walk up like they're about to go like, yeah, now what? And they put up another barricade. They've got like a surplus of barricades. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. You get one, you could throw one of them away, another one's going to show up. It doesn't matter. You know, they just pull up another barricade. Like, that's going to really stop people from actually getting through. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Jack, thank you so much for sending me that video, because that's something I wanted to see. Wow, guys. I mean, of course, I understand that we are all angry, like his dog in the background. I understand that we're all angry, and we have a lot going on. Your dog is definitely agreeing with me hardcore. But at the same time, we all need to find some sort of peace in our hearts. And, you know, I know that we're all angry. I know that there's a lot of things that are not being that have not been understood. There's a lot of things there's a lot of anger going on right now, and it's going on throughout the entire country. Why? One of them is because we're locked up, because we can't work. You know, we have a lot of pent up anger and a lot of pent up aggression. So we're taking all this stuff out right now at everything. But going and trying to raid the White House, is that productive? You're just going to get yourself killed. That's the question I have for you. Is it productive? Is protesting and trying to get through to the White House effective? Jack, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I'm seeing things that people are writing on Twitter saying that one person, Clara, said, spread the word. There are 5 white men from Texas with guns driving through America, planning to shoot any protesters at the rallies.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's going to be that yin and yang of stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
You got one side that thinks that everything is plain view is wrong, because it is.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the other side that is going to be, no matter what, blue all the way through.
We are most definitely in some trying times right now. We are literally in World War III. We're already dealing with World War III with this pandemic, fighting these things off, trying to survive. And now we are fighting ourselves on our own soil, when we should be unifying ourselves. We should be together in fighting in unison, not against each other. Now, yes, the injustice, the things that have happened with George Floyd are completely messed up. But I keep asking this time and time and time again, y'all. Please, is this really as productive as you want it to be? Is this how you want to conduct things? Is this productive? Will there be actual results from this? Positive results from this. And I'm saying positive for everybody. We all want justice. We all want the right things. We all want our voices to be heard. Absolutely. But my main question is this how we're going to do this, America? And is this the right way? Will we honestly be heard? Because now we're just seeing anger. We're only seeing one color, when we should be painting a spectrum of colors right now. And we're not showing peace. We're showing nothing but one shade of anger. And that's all we're seeing. Now everything that what we've been talking about is now gone. All that we've been working towards is now obsolete, like I said in the last thing before. All those things become obsolete because we are angry and throwing our frustration towards this one thing. We are now in a place where we need to find peace, and we need to start talking peacefully. We need to come together in unity in a peaceful manner. This is not the way to do it, guys. We're only going to get our brothers and sisters dead. And innocent lives are going to be taken because we are angry and because we're not thinking thoroughly. But like I said, my question, I leave the question off to you guys. Do you think this is going to be effective or no? Give us a call at 314-766-4581. Jack, what do you think, man?
So have you heard of this thing called We Stories? It's a thing here in St. Louis that engages white families to change the conversation about and build momentum towards racial equity in St. Louis. Have you heard of this thing?
No.
No. So I see friends and things that are part of this, and I appreciate their willingness to want to go and join an organization to try to shape their views and help to spread a better way of thinking. But a big part of the thing is about training or teaching your children not to be racist, and saying, "Oh, you got to show your kids what's going on in Minneapolis." And explain to them about that, about humanity, and that he was a human and that he was this. I think that their approach, and I think there's a lot of organizations out there that are trying to take this approach about helping white families change the way they act. But when it comes off, at least the way that I see it, is like one of those things. It's like, oh, teach your kids not to be racist. You know what? Kids aren't racist. They learn from their parents.
Absolutely. So
but their guise of this whole program is to say, oh, help, present a positive, light on all races to your children.
Yeah.
Well, it's more about retraining the adults and then their parents. Our children only learn from us. And if we teach them from the beginning that every person's a person, and it's not, there's a white guy, there's a black guy, there's an Asian guy.
Right.
Without using those adjectives, and if we're just a guy and we're just a person.
Yeah.
And because kids don't see color.
No, they don't.
They show all these videos on YouTube of like, here, what do you see here? Like, I see a guy.
It depends.
And you show it to a 40-year-old man, he's like, oh, I see a black guy.
It depends, though. It depends on where they're brought up. If they're brought up in a predominantly white neighborhood or predominantly not white community, and then they see somebody that doesn't look like everybody else, say that they're from Pakistan or something like that. Somebody who's a brown person, for crying out loud. The kid's going to go, who is that? I've never seen somebody like that before. So you're right. It is up to the parents to explain to them and let them understand that there are different races and different people from all different sides of all different corners of the world on this planet. But the thing is that, yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I think that when it's also the environment that they're brought up in as well. If they only know white, then they're only going to know white. You see what I'm saying? If they're not growing up with a mixture of friends, different races of friends, they're not going to be able to open their minds to seeing that there are other races, and that they not all races are not that people are not perpetuating their own stereotypes, that kind of thing. Like being able to break through the prejudices, that prejudice wall that a lot of kids have to deal with on a daily basis because they're consistently reminded that, oh, Jack, you're a white boy. Pascal, you're a black boy. Consistently reminded. And if that's torn away, then I think, yes, it would be a completely different story when it comes to that kid's understanding. Ignorance can be learned, but it can also be unlearned. Very true. So I totally agree with what you're saying, Jack. Of course, which is it's unfortunate that we're here. It's very unfortunate that we're here. Also, by the way, I just got breaking news while we were talking. In St. Louis, Interstate 70, Highway 70 has been shut down. by protesters. That's in St. Louis right now. That's in my town right now, y'all. So our town, me and Jack's town. Right now, it's going down in St. Louis. Ish is hitting the fan in St. Louis as well. Now, so far, they're just shutting down highways. They're not burning anything down. They are literally just
I never understood the
sitting
shutdown
and
highway
protesting.
thing.
It's just, that's one thing. That's something I don't understand either. But I think it's just a way of getting their voices heard without actually running amok and starting violent things. I think this, by shutting something down, is another way of getting the voice and getting their voices heard. Instead of, I would take them shutting down a highway any day than them busting, than any protester going out, busting out windows, burning things down, and vandalizing cars and buildings. I'll take a shutdown of a highway any day, my brother. That's a Sunday. That's a ice cream Sunday to me.
If it can be shut down effectively without anyone getting hurt, because if you go to try to shut down a highway in the middle of the night, someone's going to get run over.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you got a scared kid that's driving a car and they see people that are out and raising their arms, and if they got, anything on them that's, shining lights down the, it's dangerous to do.
Yeah.
And not that it's not something that's effective, or not that it's, but I fear for the people that go to do it, because I worry that they're going to just be run over.
Yeah. Mega Man X also said, my God, hope you stay safe, man. And Mega Man, thank you. We appreciate that, man. I don't know where you are commenting from or where you're at, but, like I said, I hope everybody stays safe. Jalen also is from St. Louis as well. She just said, I'm a St. Louisan too. And, my thoughts and my prayers go out to all you guys. I hope everybody stays safe. Whatever city that you are, that the protests are going on right now, I hope everyone stays safe. Because here it is. Not all the protests are going to escalate to the level that are happening in D.C. or the one that's in Atlanta or the one that's in Minneapolis. The fact that I'm even saying three cities in the same sentence and saying violent protests begin in the same sentence is wild to me. But not all of them are demonstrating in violent actions. Not all of them are getting to that place. St. Louis right now is still staying civilized to a certain extent, as far as I know. Like I said, the night is still young. The protests have just been, we've only just begun. They've only just started. So you never know what's going to happen.
So as of 22 hours ago, there was protests in Louisville, Kentucky, Minneapolis, obviously, Atlanta,
Oakland.
Los Angeles, Evansville, and Indiana, Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Memphis, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, Florida, Columbus, Ohio, New York City, Phoenix, Arizona, Omaha, Nebraska, St. Louis, Missouri, and Ferguson, Missouri.
Oakland.
That was 22 hours ago.
And Oakland.
Well, that's within 22 hours, I imagine you can add another 30 cities on there.
Yeah, so we are all going to sleep very, very lightly tonight, with concerns and y'all, if you got a firearm, you better sleep tight with one. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not invoking any type of violence on anybody, but I'm just saying stay protected.
So
stay
the
protected.
circuit attorney for the city of St. Louis,
Yes.
Kimberly Gardner, she put out a 12-series tweet about St. Louis.
Speak on it.
So she started out saying, we are elected prosecutors from community. This is 12 minutes ago.
Okay.
We are elected prosecutors from communities across the U.S. We are charged with upholding justice and protecting the safety of all members of our community, regardless of the color of their skin, whether they wear a badge or the neighborhood where they live.
Mm-hmm.
We denounce the murder of George Floyd as a profound tragedy and an affront to justice everywhere. We extend our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Floyd and the entire Minneapolis community. And we say loudly and unequivocally, enough. The murder of Mr. Floyd is only one of many episodes of police brutality and excessive force that have plagued our communities for decades. These violent, sickening, and despicable acts threaten the safety of our streets and erode critical bonds of trust in our justice system. Every episode of police violence against people of color lays bare the unbroken link between slavery and modern racially biased policing, and demonstrates a moral imperative for all law enforcement leaders and every member of our justice system to do better. We demand accountability from our police and fellow prosecutors, and we demand systemic change and commit to bringing about these changes in our own communities. Police violence against people of color is only one facet of mass incarceration and the deeply entrenched racial disparities within our justice system. Meaningful change requires close scrutiny and analysis of all the disparities within the legal system and policy changes at every stage, from arrest to sentencing. Even more urgently, meaningful change requires a fundamental shift in the way we view our system and support for alternative pathways in the justice system for individuals struggling with poverty, substance abuse, use, or mental health challenges. Law enforcement leaders must partner with the community to reimagine what justice means, examine the ways the justice system intersects with racism, classism, and other societal inequities, and chart a new path predicated on community well-being. Just a couple more here. We can no longer engage in business as usual and presume that a punitive criminal justice response is the smart, effective, or evidence-based one that driven by poverty, substance use, or mental illness finds its way to the doorstep of our justice system. We can do better, and our communities need us to do better. In so doing, we will all be safer and healthier. As our streets erupt in outrage and grief, wise and level-headed leadership is imperative. We condemn those who call for further harm or for the use of violence to address unrest in communities in pain.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's here, man. It's everywhere.
Wow. Who would have thought it would get to this kind of level, you know? Wow. You know, and with that, I think this is the time that we wrap up the show today. You know, Jack, I'm calling it audible right now, you know, because obviously there's a lot of things that are going on. I'd like to, you know, do another show tomorrow, just to kind of do a recap or just kind of cover the things that have gone on, you know, any of the news stuff. So I'm asking to see if you have time to come on
Tomorrow night?
No, I was thinking tomorrow morning. Not 9, but I was thinking like at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m.
Maybe. I'll have to touch base, or I'll have to see, but I no guarantees right now.
I feel you. Oh, no, I understand. Trust me, I understand. You're a family man and all that stuff. But I was just thinking of something like that, you know, somewhere around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Just to kind
sure
of
there's going to be a ton of stuff from tonight that's going to be able to be reported on.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And I'm sure the things will still be going on. They'll still be going on while we are talking about it. So I was thinking about like a 10 o'clock time, something like that. You know, just a recap, talk about the things that are going on, see what's going on in DC, and just keep an eye on everything. I just, you know, it's unbelievable to see how things have escalated so quickly. I feel like I just turned away for 5 minutes, turned back around, and all of a sudden everything's just lighting up, which is every city's just lighting up, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. So, so be sure to be sure to, to tune in tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. for sure. I will be on at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to talk about everything that's going on. And if Jack is available, great. That'll be fantastic. And of course, Jack, thank you for jumping in and helping me out, because obviously there's so much information. There's so much going on. And
there's live coverage on Real STL News. It's showing the protesters that shut down 70 West downtown St. Louis.
Yeah.
At St. Louis Avenue on both sides. Traffic is backed up for miles.
Yeah. So, we're going to be doing we're going to cover as much as we can, keep an eye on things for you guys, and then we're going to be talking about everything. Cause not only just St. Louis, we talk about everything that's going on all over the country, all over the globe. That's what the Pascal show is all about. We're all about that international love. But of course, right now, even St. Louis is our home, our place, our own turf is starting to shake things up. you know. And of course, Jalen just said, you know, please let us know if your sister's okay. I will definitely be contacting my sister here very, very shortly just to check in on her and see what's going on. But everybody, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who tuned in today. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you know when we go live. I will be back on tomorrow. Usually Saturday is my day off. That's the usual day that I just step away from live and the news and all that stuff. But we need to talk about all this stuff that's going on. It's really important. And we have to go and talk about these things and get through this together. We need to get through this stuff together as a unit, as a family. So anyway, I urge you guys to tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will have more information and more news for you then, okay? Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I really mean that, y'all. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and stay safe out there, everybody. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this scrutiny. All of you people different to me.
Hey, take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fake as it leaks. Entertainers are talking for tweakers. They're losing their self because they're not so unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.